This recording provides an overview of the support available and measures put in place for businesses to deal with the economic impact of coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. I'd recommend you regularly visit gov.uk to ensure you remain up to date with the changing situation. The Chancellor has announced further measures to support employers, people and businesses to deal with the economic impact of coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. We'll look at the deferral of VAT and income tax payments, Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme, Statutory Sick Pay, and finally the HMRC Time to Pay Scheme. To support businesses, the Chancellor has announced that VAT payments will be automatically deferred for 3 months. This means businesses aren't required to make a VAT payment between the 20th of March 2020 until the 30th of June 2020, and all businesses are eligible. You don't need to do anything to receive this deferment, as it will be automatically applied. All VAT refunds and reclaims will be paid as normal. If you normally pay by direct debit, you'll need to cancel this with your bank if you are unable to pay. Please do so in sufficient time, as this will stop any payments being automatically collected on receipt of your VAT return. The Chancellor has also deferred income tax payments for all self-assessment customers. Income tax payments or payments on account, which were normally due on the 31st of July 2020, have now been deferred until the 31st of January 2021. You are eligible if you are due to pay your second payment on account on the 31st of July 2020. This is available to all self-assessment customers, including those that are self-employed. The deferment is optional. If you're still able to pay your second payment on account on the 31st of July, you should do so. It's an automatic offer and no application is necessary. If you normally pay by direct debit, you will need to cancel this with your bank if you are unable to pay. Please do so in sufficient time, as this will stop any payments automatically being taken. No penalties or interest for late payment will be charged until January 2021, which is within the deferral period. We have also raised our Time to Pay (TTP) offer to all firms and individuals who are in temporary financial distress as a result of coronavirus COVID-19 and have outstanding tax liabilities. I'll give you more information about the Time to Pay offer later. The Chancellor has announced a UK-wide job retention scheme that will reimburse the cost of wages paid by employers for keeping workers rather than laying them off, also known as furloughed workers. The government's aim is to keep as many workers as possible in employment with their companies through this period of disruption. Any UK organisation with employees can apply, including businesses, charities, recruitment agencies, agency workers paid through pay-as-you-earn, and public authorities. Where a company is being taken under the management of an administrator, the administrator will be able to access the scheme. Businesses will receive government grants worth up to 80% of wages, with a maximum of £2,500 per month for each employee. To apply for the scheme, you'll need to decide which employees will be affected. These are known as furloughed workers. I'll tell you more about this in a moment. Notify your employees of this change. Work out the amount you're claiming in each claim period, a minimum of 3 weeks. Submit information to HMRC about the employees that have been furloughed and the total amount claimed. You can only submit one claim at least every 3 weeks, which is the minimum length an employee can be furloughed. We will issue more guidance on how employers should calculate their claims for employer national insurance contributions and minimum automatic enrolment employer pension contributions before the scheme becomes live. Please visit gov.uk for the latest information. Please note that changing the status of employees remains subject to existing employment law and, depending on the employment contract, may be subject to negotiation. For further help regarding this, please visit the ACAS Advisory Conciliation and Arbitration Service website. If you are a small or medium-sized business, support is being made available to help you cope with the extra costs of paying coronavirus COVID-19 related statutory sick pay, SSP, by refunding eligible SSP costs. To be eligible for the scheme, the following must apply. Your business is UK-based. An employer should have fewer than 250 employees. This is based on the number of people employed within your company as of the 28th of February 2020. Employers can reclaim expenditure for any employee who has claimed SSP as a result of COVID-19 up to a maximum of 2 weeks per employee. Employers should maintain records of staff absences and payments of SSP. A GP fit note won't be required. The eligible period for the scheme will commence from the day the regulations on extending SSP to self-isolators came into force. Employees will be entitled to receive SSP from day one of any coronavirus COVID-19 related period of absence, rather than having to wait until the 4th day, but must still be off work for a minimum period of 4 days. As the rebate scheme is currently being developed, we will provide further information as soon as it becomes available. You can find more information on statutory sick pay on gov.uk. If you are self-employed or a business suffering from financial distress due to the coronavirus COVID-19, you may be eligible to receive help and support through our Time to Pay service. To be eligible, you must pay tax in the UK and have outstanding tax liabilities. Arrangements are tailored and agreed according to your circumstances. Here's a summary of what I've covered in this recording. The deferral of VAT and income tax payments, coronavirus job retention scheme, statutory sick pay, and finally the HMRC Time to Pay scheme. Our full range of help and guidance can be viewed online from your mobile, tablet or PC at any time. Information on a range of other government support for businesses to help manage the impact of coronavirus COVID-19 can be found on the HMG Business Support page. This includes information on the Coronavirus Business Interruption Loan Scheme, business rates holiday for nurseries, and support for retail, hospitality and leisure businesses. If you need extra support, the web address is on our screen. For example, if you have a disability, a mental health issue, or you do not speak English. Thank you for listening and stay safe and stay well.